Hi everyone, it's Meg here again, and I am just going to give you a little bit of an overview for teachers on how to use the assignments feature within Teams. So this is just a test class, and I've got a dummy pupil that's added to this. So we'll be creating another separate web video tutorial on what the pupil can see, which will also be added to our YouTube. So what to do first of all is go to your assignments tab up here, and we're going to get started. And we're going to create a new assignment. Now we've got an assignment, we've got quiz, and we've got from existing. From existing is if you have used an assignment previously with another team or other class before, you could just take that and you can copy it and duplicate it over to here. But as this is, a blank slate, we're just going to start from the first assignment. If you go for quiz, that will take you to forms, which I will go over shortly. So here's our assignment. It's pretty basic. This is just sort of your general information about what your assignment's going to be about. So I'm just going to make it really simple. I'm going to write test assignment 1. Okay, the instructions will be write something in the document attached. Now if I want to send any resources in with that, I can click add resources. If I've got a PowerPoint or I've got a wee bit of information about the task or anything like that, so I'll just add in a document and attach that. And I might write in here, please read attached document before you answer. So that's where you would add any lesson plans or anything in like that. What you can do is you can add in points here. You can make it out of 100, or you can make it out of nothing. I don't usually use the point system because I'm an English teacher. It doesn't really work for me, but if it was a subject like mathematics, numeracy, or science, it might work a bit better for you. When it comes to a rubric, this is a feature where you can upload a rubric or create a new rubric, and this will allow you to differentiate what makes an excellent and a poor piece. So differentiation through Teams is extremely easy. So we could what makes a good piece of imaginative writing. You might want to put your learning intention and your success criteria here. And in here you might want to put a description of the task. An excellent piece of imaginative writing might have lots of adjectives. It might have sophisticated word choice. It might have a well-structured narrative, so a beginning, middle, and an end. It might have lots of character development using thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It might have, good first person or third person narrative. It might have a consistent tense, so past, present, or future. Oh, consistent. In your good, you might want to write some adjectives, effective word choice, and again this is completely different from what you are looking for from them, but it's a good way of putting in some differentiation there. So we'll attach that. That's just an example of how to use that. And because you've created a new rubric, that will actually stay there in your rubrics and you can just attach them whenever you need them. Assign to, now you can actually assign it to your whole class, so whatever classes you've got. You all might want to just assign it to certain pupils. I mean, I've only got one pupil in my class, so I could choose just them, or I could do it to all students. Say the date due is tomorrow, and the time due is going to be in the morning. Now, you can edit this and you can allow late hand-ins, or you can disallow late hand-ins. But it means that pupils can add these in whenever they want to, and if they have an excuse for not having that in, at least they're still able to hand in their work. So we'll assign that to our pupil. So I've moved over to a class account here. So if I click on this, I will be able to show you what the pupil sees on a desktop when clicking on the assignment. So I can see that it has been modified from a teacher's account, and there's a new assignment due. And it would be the same if I clicked on the assignments tab up here. Also, if I want to go to the assignments tab on the left hand side and click on the class, I'll be able to see that I've got an assignment due tomorrow for this class. I'll also be able to see all the assignments that I've completed for this class as well. So this is what the pupil can see. All the information here, including the rubric that we just made, so they can find out how to make their piece as as good as possible. But again, kind of differentiates what you're expecting. You might not want to use excellent, good, fair, poor. You might want to use phrases like some people can, some people, everyone will, that kind of thing. Moderate your success criteria. So they'll be able to click on that reference material document that I added. And what they'll be able to do is actually use this tool here, Immersive Reader. Now, Immersive Reader is an excellent tool, especially for accessibility. And that will take them to a page which allows the computer to read this for them. What they can also do is they click on the buttons and they get different icons.
People.
You can also hear that if you click on it. They can change their reading preferences. These are all board maker tools for the picture dictionary. They can read it, it can translate into a different language for them as well. So again, this Immersive Reader is excellent for inclusion. So we'll take French, which is a really good tool for modern languages. And we'll translate by word.
People, places, objects and events.
Click on that.
Personne.
There is the translation.
People.
I can also change my text preferences. I can make this bigger. I can change the grammar option. So for example, if you've asked them to identify the nouns could be in purple. They could change the colours if they like. And there are lots of different options with this here. Okay, so if we close this after reading it and go back, we can also use the Immersive Reader button here to give us all the information just about the assignment. And there are two ways that the pupil might wish to hand in this document. So what they can do is they get this document, they click open in desktop app, and that will take them to a Word document with it. They can edit that and it will automatically save up here because it's attached to their OneDrive. What they can also do is do their work separately in a separate Word document and click add work here, and it will allow them to add any pieces of work that they wish to add onto there. They can do this from their OneDrive, or they can create a new file, or they can so a new Word document, new PowerPoint, and that's using the 365 tools within Microsoft Teams without actually having to have it downloaded onto their computer, or they can upload from this device. Lots of different ways to do it. So if we go back to the teacher mode here, I'll be able to show you once the pupil's handed it in, what it will look like after it's been handed in. Okay, so if we go back to the staff view again, the pupil will have edited this. So if we go to assignments, and click on the test assignment, it's due tomorrow, I can see that my pupil has handed this in. I can add immediate feedback, or I can click on this to see what they've done. Now they haven't attached any work, but that is not to say that they haven't edited the document that I asked them to look at. So if you go to close again and you go to student view, you can click back on this piece of work and you can see that they've edited the same document that you've sent. So they've typed in hello, and this is a really collaborative way of working with your pupils. So this is what that document looks like when it has been uploaded and opened in the desktop app, and we can see that we've got our pupil feedback here. If we look up the top left hand corner, we have a little save button which has a sort of two arrows, which means it's actually refreshed and updated and gone straight back into Teams because it's connected to the OneDrive through the Teams rather than you having to download and open up a document and save it every single time. This works really well for collaborative things such as, essay writing, and also it helps people from, misplacing pieces of work constantly. It's a really good collaborative tool. So what you can do is you can maybe change the font or the colour, so add a bit of green on here or keep it red, it's up to you, and just say well done. Now what you might want to do is use the comments tool, insert comment. You might want to say try another word here. Okay, and again, it's auto-saving, but you can click save anyway, and that means that you have got full functionality if you open it in the desktop app. So now we're going to have a look and see what it looks like when we go back into the pupil view. So on my feedback to the pupil, I might say, well done, see attached document for my feedback. And this is a really good way of, if you're doing a large document, an essay that's a work in progress or something, this stops lots and lots of documents being downloaded and re-uploaded again, and everything and all your feedback is in the one place. So a lot of the time there are issues, especially in secondary schools, with maybe essays having lots of different drafts and going back and forward, and you maybe not having the right one. At least with this one, you're able to look at that essay, give it the feedback, and send it straight back again. And it really does save you a lot of time. Up here, I also want to just go over to this Export to Excel button. This is class marks. So if you've set marks, which I haven't, it will have come up with information on the marks that the class have got. So this file will save automatically to your downloads, and when you open it, it will look something like this. Now, bearing in mind, I've not set any marks for this and not set a lot of tasks to a lot of pupils, but this is what it would look like. So it would have the first name, surname, their email address. It would tell you what the assignment name was. It gives you the number of points that they got out of 100 or whatever many points you set it as. But again, I didn't do that. And it will also have any feedback that you want to give them there as well. So you can use Excel spreadsheets as a way of, you just save that, and that would be automatically sort of assigned data for your class that you can save and keep and be able to have a look at the different trends and be able to think about what it is that you maybe need to teach more of, or just whatever way you want to use that data. I also want to show you the Class Insights tool, which is an excellent feature, which has just been added into Glow. I want to save this here. The pupils do not have access to Insights. This is purely your information. So as we only have one pupil, we can see that that digital activity has been 100%, and we can see that they viewed the assignment that I set them at 15:24, and they turned in the assignment at 15:47. I can tell exactly when they've logged in, exactly when they've viewed the assignment, and exactly when they have uploaded it. So this is a really good way of also tracking pupil engagement. At a time like this, where we have no other way of checking how much our pupils are engaging, this is a really good way of letting them, letting you know about what it is that how long they're spending on work, and if they're struggling with it. It also should tell you about any communication activity. So if your pupil leaves a comment, it will show you how much they're engaging with any of the comments that you left them as well. Now, what we do have as well, we have with the class notebook tool, but we're going to do a separate a tutorial on how to use this because this is quite in depth. I think that that's all the information that we've got on the assignments tool, but we haven't gone over how to use Microsoft Forms yet. So if we go to create again, and we want to go to quiz, if you set up quizzes in Microsoft Forms, you can choose a quiz that you've already used with another class, or you can click New Form, and that will open a tab in your Glow in Microsoft Forms and will allow you to easily create a new quiz or assignment for your pupils. Again, we're going to do a separate tutorial on how to use Microsoft Forms to get the best results for your pupils. But that is the main features of the assignments gone over there. We hope you find this really helpful. If you do have any other questions or queries, please get in touch with us on the Digital Learning Support Team, which you should all be members of. And if not, you can tweet us at @DigiLearnDundee. Can you also tweet us and let us know any wonderful pieces of digital learning or any success stories that you have going on, because we love to hear about those. And again, we really hope that this is helpful, and please get in touch if there's anything else that we can do. Thank you.